It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Redwoods and the Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season. We've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Redwoods of Oakland.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of
hey, whoever's joining, what's up? Say hello. That's me playing the last game of the year here.
Now a first carry here for
last game of the season, I guess.
Managed to pick up about 4 at second down.
Clearly not making the playoffs.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Goff now looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a
check
touchdown.
These horrible stats for Young.
This offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their
56 interceptions.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And a tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
3 and out, never good.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
Man, I get beat. Such big plays all the time.
Chicago. Alan Lazard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because
Hold on to the ball, man.
First series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
You look at this Bears defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards there and a first down. It's Young off play action. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Good.
Well, now
Eckler's out good.
Hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll
go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and
touchdown from 10 yards out. And the Red Wolves are an extra point away from drawing level.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Whoever's watching, what's up?
Yeah, and I think you're not telling
Say
yourself
hi in the chat. Oh my gosh, what happened there? Another big play. My defense is just not good. They're that bad.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense
we both started 3 and out
all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And a couple
hey,
yards
Esmeralda,
deep,
thanks for
he'll go
watching.
to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
I don't know where everybody else is tonight. Nobody's watching.
3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Big play.
Big time play there. 42 yards. Young working out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen from 4 yards out.
There we go.
And the Redwoods are within an extra
Tie it up
point,
again here.
tying up this ball game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
Crazy.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
These
two teams all tied after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he goes out right around the 39. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. On the counter, this is Robinson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Goff on 3rd down.
Ooh.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Young on 1st down.
Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Young off the bootleg.
Oh.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Quiddy Pay.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the year.
And the Redwoods have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now gone. Got a man. That's
Oh, my gosh.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Goff. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Here's Goff. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Again, Goff. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. In the red zone now, Goff. And Lazard's getting it again. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Goff now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again is Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal.
Come on now.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Alan Lazard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's Young on 1st down.
Shoot.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
What I wanted to
Young
do.
trying to hurry them up to the line here.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Young. To throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Young from the shotgun.
Throw the ball.
And he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Young will set to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Third and long for Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, Young. He finds his target, Allen. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, Young.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
It'll be Young again. From the left side, it's complete. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here is Young. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Who the hell is
And
that?
this is going to be intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
Nowhere
Charles,
near.
one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and
Come on.
the scoreboard.
And it's set to something what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And he's caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Young on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
This throw caught nearly the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Throwing, Young.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second down, Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Redwoods have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Third and 2, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now this defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the run right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now, here's Young.
Go away.
Go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Johnson with a reception. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to get their
down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. A big-time sack there on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Caught out right by Renfro. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Powering forward. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, shot for Robinson. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown, Chicago! Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week of the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Young. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Come on.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
What kind of throw is that?
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Come on! What was that?
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and a return across midfield into the
46-yard line. That was garbage.
But not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are
absolutely crazy,
it comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's
gosh. Should have stuck with my original play call.
In the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Excuse me.
172 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
On first down, it's gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
Out of the gun, Goff.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Goff. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's good for King.
It's Eckler again, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd down, Eckler. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute.
Thought I missed it.
So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so
what's going on here?
We had sudden death. First team to score.
What's going on?
But no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown.
What's going on here?
If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score,
I don't know what's going on.
And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.